Hello, today we are going to do some science, and I thought we would start by singing Hooray for Science. Are you ready? Hooray for science, hooray for science. Someone in the room is singing hooray for science. 1, 2, 3, 4. What are you singing for? Science, that's what. And with me today is my brave scientist Mariana to help us explore mixing some different states of matter. We're going to start with some cornstarch. Let's start by just touching it. What does that feel like to you?
Sorry. It feels soft, fluffy.
Yeah, so you can start just by enjoying it in its dry state. And if you don't want to make a mess, you can actually add your water into a bag so it'll be contained. Your cornstarch into a bag and add the water to it there. So to make it a little bit more fun, you can use a pipette, a scientific tool for taking small amounts and mixing.
So, first, you're gonna squeeze it really tight, then suction up all the blue or whatever colored water you have, and then you are going to add it into your cornstarch.
And you can look what's happening when we're adding it in. It's kind of just being absorbed. So you can start with a little and move to a lot. You can, if you're feeling brave, touch it with your fingers. We are moving to a lot. All right, let's see what happens when we add a lot. And if it changes the tactile texture of it. Woo! All right. Stirring and stirring and stirring our brew. Ooh. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Woo!
So it's now mostly mixed.
And does it feel different now? Is it that dry, powdery?
No, it feels slimy. And
is there a word for this that you recall where it's not quite solid, but not quite liquid? One of my favorite things is to try to make a ball out of the cornstarch and water. All right. You can see it kind of just melts. And you roll it and you roll it and you roll it and you think it might be solid, but when you stop, it starts to melt again. So some people call this oobleck, and it is very much a very fun sensory thing. Do you remember the term for not quite solid, not quite liquid? Non-Newtonian substance. Mariana taught that to me in the first grade. All right, we are ready for...
After we've washed our hands and rinsed them off, because even brave scientists still have lots of hygiene.
Yes, we still always want to wash our hands. Thank you for that kind reminder in hygiene and staying safe, kind, and clean to our bodies and ourselves. All right, our next number 2 science experiment, tactile sensory fun. We are going to mix some baking soda with some conditioner. All right, ready, set, mix. All right, and you are welcome to mix. You can use a utensil, or I might just put my hands in there. Smooth. Not quite as sturdy as Play-Doh, but pretty fun. Now, the exciting thing about this is when you're done, what do we sometimes mix our baking soda with to have a fun chemical reaction?
Vinegar.
So let's get to it. Maybe we'll build our little mound and try adding some vinegar.
So we are making a little volcano, and we're gonna see how this goes because fun, brave scientists try new things.
Let's try something new. So we are getting our vinegar ready, and we're gonna add a little bit of food coloring to make it fun.
So we're gonna put in some yellow, and it turned orange but if you put some food coloring in, then you get a fun color to make your volcano experience fun. Hi again. This time we have a really fun thing. It's milk and soap. So let's get experimenting.
So we are going to start by pouring some milk or half and half, some sort of cream, onto a handy dandy tray here. We're going to drip a few different colors to just let them mix in, see how they spread, and then we're going to add something more. All right, let's get to it. Now we're going to add a little bit of dish soap and see what happens. When the soap mixes with the milk, it makes the surface tension a little bit weaker, and that allows for the fat and the liquid in the milk to break apart. So if you saw that push and pull of color, those were the fats and the liquids breaking apart in our milk. And if you want to make it extra fun, you can take a piece of paper and dip it into the marbling colors. Hello, young learners. Up for our next experiment. We are going to be doing a little bit of chemical reactions and a little bit of art. So we're going to have some oil, and we're going to have some different colors of water, and we're going to use our pipettes to explore mixing them on our paper. All right.
And we're also going to have a comb.
So as you're mixing, you might find they're not mixing, and that is because oil and water have different masses. One's lighter than the other, so you're gonna find that they don't really combine. One fun way to explore that is if you have a comb, you can take it and you can run it through and see how much it mixes and how much it separates.